Hey everyone, it's Debra Poneman, founder of Yes to Success seminars, where we share knowledge and tools for you to live your ultimate life, ageless, anti-aging, for your brain, body, and future, and the awake method, because it's time for all of us to wake up. And I am coming to you live from my room at the Art of Living Ashram outside of Boone, North Carolina. I'm talking kind of softly because I'm recording this on Friday night and everyone else is asleep. And I'm here bringing in the new year with about 1,500 of my, maybe about 2,000 of my closest friends, enjoying meditations and yoga and silence and knowledge and the radiant air of the Blue Ridge Mountains in the presence of the great spiritual master and renowned global humanitarian Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. And I've also been spending some time thinking about what I'm going to share with you today, 3 days before 2025 begins. I mean, how can we be one-fourth of the way into the 21st century? I mean, wasn't it just, what did we call it? Y2K, the year 2000, Y2K. Wasn't that just yesterday? Anyway, my question to you is, why is it that we set our goals and create our vision for the next 365 days at the beginning of the year? I guess the answer is somewhat self-evident because everyone does it. It's a time of new beginnings. We say goodbye to the old and we plant the seeds for the new. I mean, you don't really have to set your intentions at the beginning of January. You could set them in June if you want. You could set them in October if you want, and they'll still manifest if you don't contradict them with your um, words or thoughts or doubt or fear or negativity. But there's an energy right now, an elevated energy for manifestation. It's like the cosmic order takers are taking orders. It's like if you plant a seed too late or too early in the planting season, it will still grow. But if you plant it at just the right time, just when the farmer's almanac tells you to, it will grow more fully and more gloriously. And these first few days are right before the new year. It's just the perfect energy to plant your seeds for what you'd like to grow in the coming year. But first, we have to prepare the soil. And how do we do that? Well, for starters, by surprise, surprise, not complaining about what a horrible year 2024 was. I mean, really? I mean, I know it wasn't a glorious year, and I'm the first to admit that it was a challenging year. We saw things that shook us, fires, earthquakes, hurricanes, floods. I just spent a couple days in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's shocking what I saw. Ongoing wars, continuing misery for refugees, political extremism rising around the world. But we made it through 2024, and there's also a lot to be grateful for. Maybe the challenges have made us more resilient or more compassionate or wiser. Maybe we've grown in our trust in the perfection of the universe, even when there doesn't seem to be anything perfect about it. We went deep, and I think we'll all say that, yeah, we went deeper last year and we found strength that we didn't know that we had. I love the quote from Bob Marley, who said, "You never know how strong you are until strong is the only choice." And we were called on to be strong in 2024, and we very well might be called on to be stronger and go deeper in 2025, as no one really knows what's in store. We just don't. We don't have a crystal ball, just like all the psychics made this and that prediction for 2024. And how did that work out for us? But we do know this, that what we put our attention on is what manifests in our lives. It's the law of attraction. It's not the theory of attraction, it's a law. So if we start out the new year rehashing everything that was wrong in 2024, that is the foundation we're laying for 2025. That's the soil in which we're planting our seeds. If we put our attention solely on the pain and the suffering, we get more pain and suffering. If we put our attention on the good, then that is the soil in which we will be planting our intentions. And by the law of attraction, we will have a much better chance of having a glorious year. So let's do that together now. Let's put our attention on what was rich and wonderful in 2024. I invite you to take out a piece of paper and start writing down all of the gifts that you received in that powerful year of growth and the year where we were called on to be our best selves. And you could start by writing at the top of the page something like, thank you, God, or thank you, universe, or source, or spirit, or creator. And then list everything you're grateful for. I'm going to have you stop this recording in a second, but let me just give you a few more pointers. You could say things like, thank you for my father in law's peaceful passing. Thank you for the remission of my sister's cancer. Thank you for the progress I made in my personal growth. Thank you for the realization that I had to leave my relationship and the strength to do it. Thank you for the strength that I had to speak up at work and tell my boss what wasn't working for me. Thank you that I lost that job. Because if you give thanks now, the blessing in it will reveal itself more quickly, and there is always a blessing. Remember, we live in a benevolent universe. The God of your understanding isn't vindictive. When you want something, you know what are the three answers that you get? Yes, here it is. Not yet, be patient. Or I love you too much to give you that. There's something better on its way. You lost the job? Thank you, God, knowing there's something better on its way. And believe me, I've been teaching these principles for 44 years, and it always happens that way. So take a few minutes to make your list, pause the video while you're writing, and remember everything that you write, you start with thank you. Welcome back. Doesn't that feel good? Higher vibration, huh? And did you realize that 2024 was a magical year in so many ways? Again, everything that seemed maybe to not be so good or negative, if you say, thank you for that thing, and what I learned from it was, maybe that will be a way that you could see the blessing in it. And by the way, I'm not saying that we should deny the incidents that need remedying from 2024 or saying now we shouldn't continue to take action for justice and democracy and equality and goodness because that's putting our attention on what's wrong, on negativity. No, we should take action. But what we don't want to do is rehash the horribleness with our friends. Instead, use the power of your intention to discuss solutions and look for the good and find a way to come from a place of love. Guru Dev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, I go this way because his kutir is down the street. He once said, nothing you do from a platform of anger will ever bring good results. You'll be much more effective in offering your solution when you speak up and offer solutions from a place of love. Actually, Martin Luther King said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And if you come from a place of love, you'll also be contributing to a future world that will be more loving and more filled with love. Everything is energy. You know that. And I remember the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? They share the science that our thoughts can actually affect matter. The scientists in What the Bleep share that if we see the world as a fearful, horrible place, it becomes more of a fearful, horrible place by the power of our attention. And if we look for the love and see the world as a loving place, look for the love, see the world as a loving place. We then infuse love into the fabric of our planet. If we look for the grace even in the darkest places, we can find it. And our finding it and giving thanks for it will again create more grace. What we put our attention on grows in our lives. And the more grace and love and compassion grows in our lives, the more we become lighthouses of grace and love for the world. So back to our goals now for 2025. So I'm going to sign off in a second, and I suggest that you take some time to write your goals for the coming year. We've now created a fertile soil, a fertile energy in which to plant them by giving thanks for what happened in 2024. And remember to set your goals or intentions. And I'm not much for nitpicking about whether they should be called goals or intentions. I say just put your order into life now while the order takers are busy taking orders. And and not only the order takers, but your angels and spirit guides and helpers, they're at your service. And don't forget to think big, because remember, you wouldn't have been given a desire if you didn't have every tool, every ability to fulfill it. The Creator, infinite intelligence, is not a trickster and would not give you a desire and then say, but ha ha ha, I'm not giving you the ability to fulfill it. And also remember, set the goals beyond the, hot new relationship and the perfect apartment and the top podcast and, you know, 25 new high-end clients and a best-selling book. Remember to also set your goals for more joy, more freedom, more honesty in my relationships, deeper connections, living in alignment with my highest truth, more openness to the unknown, more certainty that we live in a benevolent universe. Ask for signs that we live in a benevolent universe, signs that all will be well, that this too shall pass. And before I go, I also want to say I wish you a very blessed and glorious 2025. And remember, no matter what is going on around you, the one thing you always have is control over your own inner dialogue, your own reactions, your own thinking. And it's your most powerful tool to create a great life. As a renowned psychiatrist, psychotherapist, and Holocaust survivor, Viktor Frankl said in his book, A Man's Search for Meaning, and this is a quote: everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. So, in the days and months to come, remember, at every given moment, you always have the freedom to choose your own way. Listen to your guidance as the days unfold. Don't force the answers. Let go of control and see what the divine has in store for you. Go with the flow. All you want will come to you, but you need to remember it will come in God's timing and the Creator's timing, not necessarily your timing. So be patient. And also set your goal for magical surprises and synchronicities that guide you to the best 2025. That's a goal I'm going to set for this year. And I'm also going to set my goal to do what my friend Rosie Brewer recommended in this powerful poem she wrote that I shared with you, I don't know, maybe a year ago, but I'm going to share it with you again. And here's what Rosie wrote. And maybe this will be something that a goal that you will set too. She wrote this: be powerful, be huge, be grand, be awesome and amazing and extraordinary, be mighty, be gloriously proud, go for broke, smash the ceiling, stand tall, stand taller, speak up, speak out, be loud, be louder, be seen, be heard, be gorgeous, be messy, be complicated, be vibrant, be different, be unique, be bold and audacious and wear your scars like freaking stardust. Make mistakes, fall down, get up, fall down, get up, fall up. Stand up. Stand up and flutter your gorgeous wings. Take risks, take chances, make choices, good choices, bad choices, a million plus choices. Declutter, recycle, floss. Love yourself mightily. Love yourself with every fiber of and in your being. Live your truth, wear your truth, speak your truth. Walk away from bad, walk away from toxic, walk away from anyone who doesn't get you, or love you, or want you, or think you're the whole freaking enchilada. Walk away from folks who wish you well, but not too well. Walk away from anyone who demeans you, belittles you, hurts you, harms you, begrudges you your joy and happiness and success. Walk away from nasty and cruel and unkind. Live your life on your terms. Cower to no one. Do not crawl or beg for less than. Do not settle for mediocrity. Do not hope for the best. Demand the best. Do not believe for 1 second that you are not worthy, deserving, lovable, necessary, important, vital, blindingly beautiful, and fierce. Really fierce. Do not go back to the end of the line. Start a new line. Period. Beginning of story. So that's all she wrote. May 2025 be the beginning of your story. Make it a glorious one. Happy New Year.